welcome back to my channel. So today I'm talking about why I'm no longer on social media. So I'm on YouTube still, but I'm not on Instagram anymore. I deleted my personal Instagram account and my YouTube Instagram account and Facebook. What else did I delete? I think those were the three things. Snapchat, I think, but I wasn't using that anyway. And I am on LinkedIn. That's the only thing that I kept. The reason why I got rid of, I'm trying to get comfortable. The reason why I got rid of my social media accounts is because I'm 30 years old and I just felt like it's time. I'm almost 31, that's crazy. But I've been on social media since I was like 13 or 14 years old. And at a certain point, you just have to like think about like, is enough enough? Like, I'm kind of done with this. So like when I was a teenager, like when I joined social media, I did it because my friends were on it. They're like, do you have a MySpace? And I was like, what's MySpace? And then so they showed me MySpace and I spent like hours. I remember I spent hours creating my MySpace page, choosing the music for it. Like it was, then you had your top friends on there. Oh gosh, I spent so long on MySpace. But when I think about like the Saturdays lost, because I was on MySpace. But yeah, I was on MySpace. I think it was like the summer before high school started. That's when I started social media. And back then it was about connecting with my friends, talking to boys, obviously. And that's it, really. And over the years, it just became like a normal thing that you do. You have your Facebook. I mean, everybody eventually moved from MySpace to Facebook. I remember it happened around my sophomore year, I think, of high school, that people were like, oh, do you have Facebook? And I was like, what is Facebook? And they're like, everybody's on Facebook now. And then like, we switched, stopped using your MySpace. Some people had both. I eventually deleted my MySpace and just used Facebook. And then I've been using Facebook ever since. And, you know, for me, when I was a kid, it was about social connections with like friends and of course boys. Boys were the main thing for me. And, because I was like a shy kid. I was never the kind of girl that was gonna like go up to a guy and start flirting or anything like that, but I could send him a Facebook message, you know what I'm saying? Or I can look on his Facebook page, or I can like a picture, you know, things like that, that like at least get you a little bit noticed. I remember like I started chatting with the guy on AIM. Oh my gosh, all of these memories are coming back now. And so yeah, it was mostly about boys for me back then. And then as I got older, it became about friends and just connecting with like people from high school when I went to college. And then as I got even older, it became about connecting with family once I was in college and like away from family. And then after college, it became about just connecting with family because I have family all over the country who have kids and families, and I wanted to see their baby pictures and I wanted to show them my kids' pictures. But at a certain point, I was like, you know, social media is not serving me anymore, you know? It's like, you know, what am I getting out of it? Because I could just pick up the phone and call somebody in my family. If I really want to connect with them, I could go visit them and their family, whatever, you know, take a family vacation and go visit somebody, you know, things like that. And I think that, you know, Facebook has a place for connecting with people because my mom uses it because she has a big family. She connects with them, and people in my family like to have parties and they'll usually post about the parties on Facebook. It's just easier for them to do that. But I wasn't really hardly using my Facebook sometimes, so I would miss the invites anyway. And so I was like, can you just text me or just tell me about it? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. For me, it was like, I've been doing this for how many years? 13. I was 13. I've been doing this for over a decade, almost 2 decades now. And it's time to be done, because I was just like, what purpose is it serving? It's not serving any purpose. And honestly, it was causing more stress than anything, because you go on Facebook, especially in recent years, and it's just so politically charged. Everybody wants to voice their political opinions about things, or their opinions about things that you don't care to know about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I miss the good old days where you just saw somebody and you didn't know what they thought about anything until you talked to them and got to know them. You know what I'm saying? It's just a strange world that we live in, where you cannot know this person from Adam, and you know everything about them. It's crazy. I was like, I think it hit home for me when one day I was on Facebook, and like somebody from high school, her mother died, and I was like, I haven't seen this girl since I graduated high school, and I know that her mother died. You know, I haven't talked to her since high school, and I know that her mother died. Even in high school, I barely talked to her. I think we were in 1 or 2 classes together. And I'm like, but I know her mother died. Like, these are personal details about people's lives. And granted, people are, you know, you can put whatever you want on your Facebook. That's not what I'm talking about. But for me, I felt icky, because I was like, I shouldn't know this like intimate detail about this person's life when I don't talk to them or take the time to get to know them or anything. Like, but I know. And then I started thinking about other things. I was like, I haven't seen this person since high school, and I know that he's married with 2 kids. I haven't seen this person since high school, and I know he's been living with his high school girlfriend since high school, or since college, or whatever. But like, I'm just like, why do I know all these things about all these people that I don't talk to anymore? Because I'm on Facebook, and I can easily see it on their news feed, or they can post something and I'm like, oh, I wonder how they're doing. And I just click on their Facebook account, and then I can see how they're doing through pictures and posts and things like that, without ever asking them how they're actually doing. And I was like, this is really bad, because one of the things I'm seeing as a counselor is a lot of kids don't have social skills. And they'll tell me this. It's not something that I come up with myself. Many clients have told me, I'm anxious about school because I don't know how to make friends. And this is like a new thing because of the pandemic, because people have been like virtual for 2 years. But I think it's been a long time coming, because I also think that social media has something to do with that, because you don't ask people how they're doing anymore. You just say, oh, I saw you got a new puppy on Facebook. You know, and it's just weird, right? For me, if I feel this way, and I'm 30 years old and I've only been on social media since I was 13, then I can't imagine how kids feel who have been on TikTok since they were like 6 years old. When they are 30, how are they gonna feel? Like, it's gonna be worse. So when if 14-year-olds are telling me now that they don't have social skills, then I worry for the younger generations, because I'm like, ugh. So I'm gonna give my daughter at least a fighting chance and not put her stuff on social media. Like, if I want to put my stuff on social media or make a YouTube channel and talk about me and my life, that's my choice. But for her personal privacy, it's her choice of what she wants to put on there as she gets older, but I don't think she should be indoctrinated directly into the social media world. And I think that people don't think about those things when they put pictures and videos of their kids on the internet, because it's just so normal and natural. We don't think about it. But thinking about like, it's just my personal opinion that I think society's social skills are definitely starting to slip, and anxiety is increasing. And I actually read an article that said that like depression rates and suicide rates are increasing, and suicide trends have changed for middle schoolers. Somehow, I don't really know the details, because I didn't read the whole article, but yeah, just a lot of people are pointing to social media, they're pointing to TikTok, they're pointing to things like that. But I think that a lot of it is, you know, social media has a place. It's good for some things, but I don't think it should be something that our lives are so circled around. And for me, it felt kind of like that sometimes. It felt like, even if I hadn't posted something on Facebook for months or whatever, I would still have this looming back of my mind cloud, like, oh, this would be a good Facebook post, or oh, I could put this picture on Facebook or something like that. Or I wonder if so-and-so, you know, posted any wedding pictures yet, or, you know, things like that. Like, you know, you just always have those like lingering Facebook question thoughts in your head, at least for me. And as soon as I deleted my Facebook account, I felt so much more calm, much more at ease, much less anxious, and it was just very therapeutic to just have it gone. Like, oh, I can't post anything anymore, so I no longer have to think about this. And it just felt so much better. And I haven't been on Facebook in months because it's been gone for months, and it feels good. I talk about Facebook a lot because that's really all I used. I did have Instagram accounts, but I'm not really an Instagram-er person. Like, I've never been the person that like can post a picture with a perfect caption, you know, a perfect picture with a perfect caption. I don't have that kind of brain of like, oh, this is a good Instagram picture. Like, I remember in college, there were some girls who like they liked photography, and so they really got into like making sure that the lighting was right in their pictures, and oh, I need to take a picture of this coffee, you know, things like that. And I always thought it was very strange. So I just don't have that kind of brain. So Instagram has never been my thing. It's always been like Facebook and MySpace when I was younger. But yeah, so that's basically in a nutshell a long explanation of why I'm no longer on social media. I just feel like it was no longer serving a purpose for my life. It was causing more anxiety than, you know, anything else really, because the other thing was, you know, especially in the recent years, it's so politically charged on there, and people can just say whatever, and it could be right, it could be wrong, it could, you know, it doesn't matter. People get so worked up on Facebook. I remember during COVID, like in early COVID, somebody posted something. She was angry about like people wearing masks and and wearing masks in their car and saying that they're quarantining when they're really not. And this was like a nurse. She was like an RN, and just like saying, you look stupid and don't do that. And then like people were posting comments on her post attacking her, and there were people supporting her, and I just thought it was so stupid and silly, because I was like, people are doing whatever they think is better. This is such an ambiguous situation that I don't think anybody is in their right, like, is saying, let me go out and infect as many people as I possibly can, and let me catch COVID because I really want it. Like, I don't think anybody was saying that, but both sides of the aisle, like, act like the other side was saying that, and I'm just kind of like, this is BS. And I think most of us can see that it's BS, but it was things like that that like really just irritated the hell out of me, because I was like, I haven't talked to this person since college, and I know what you think about, and I haven't talked to you since college, and I know what you think about this. That's a problem. I need, if I'm gonna find out things about you, about your political stances on things or whatever, then I should be having a conversation, right? I should be talking to you. I shouldn't be reading a Facebook post that you wrote. It's just so stupid. She's not stupid. I'm not saying she's stupid. I'm just saying it's so stupid. The concept of social media, to me, it's like my eyes are, it's like I'm awake now, and like I've realized, oh, this was stupid all along. Like, so, if you still have social media, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying, for me, it's stupid. And so like, it's gone. It's just gone out of my life. The other thing is that, like I said, when I was a kid, like a teenager, it was all about boys. And I'm married. I've got my boy. Like, I don't need more boys. So, again, it doesn't serve a purpose. So, like, you know, I'm just like, I don't need it. I think what really helped me to get rid of social media was my husband too, because he hasn't had any social media accounts since college. He got rid of his freshman or sophomore year of college, and he has been living happily without it ever since. And he said it was the best decision he made in his life. And I was like, and I've held on to it for years, because I was like, well, it's how I connect with my, you know, cousins in South Dakota and, you know, wherever else. how I know what people are doing. But then I was like, if I really want to know how they're doing, if I really, really want to know, I can pick up the phone and call them. I can text them. You know, I have a cousin in the South who texts me quite often, updates on her family and stuff like that. So I can do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to depend on social media for that. So if any, it really was just causing more stress than anything. And it was just nonsense. You know, I shouldn't know personal details about your beliefs, your political stances, what's going on in your life, if I'm not talking to you, if I'm not your friend or acquaintance that I at least am having a conversation with you about stuff, then I shouldn't know that stuff about you. And that became like an eye-opener thing for me. Like, I just felt icky, you know, I just felt icky to know these intimate details about people's lives and having never talked to them in the last 10 plus years. So that in a nutshell is why I am no longer on social media. I mean, I'm on YouTube, so that is a social media thing, but it's a little bit different for me on YouTube because, I don't know, it's just more, it's entertaining. I watch funny videos. I watch cleaning videos on YouTube to help me like be motivated to clean my house. Cooking videos for recipes. Sometimes I watch political videos, but only funny ones. You know, things like that. So YouTube is a little bit different. It doesn't give me any anxiety or anything like that. Although I will say that I have found that I had to put a screen time thing on my phone for YouTube because I would spend hours on it because of, oh, there's another video. It's another video. It's another video. And I don't want to spend hours on YouTube. So I have a screen time thing on my phone for YouTube. But other than that, yeah. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you still have social media accounts, which ones you use and why. And if you don't, how has it been since getting rid of those accounts? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.